They walked away. Maybe it was quiet. Maybe it was a storm. But one day, they were gone, and you were left with the silence. It's in those first moments, when the world feels smaller, emptier, that the mind starts asking dangerous questions. Was I not enough? Could I have done more? Did I fail? Or were they always going to leave? The truth? It doesn't matter. Because right now, your only task is not to understand why they left, but to decide who you will become now that they have. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal from friends and even family. He wrote, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." To him, being left behind wasn't the end. It was the beginning of a different path, one that demanded more strength, more clarity, more you. And that's where we start today. This is not a video about getting them back. It's about getting yourself back. When someone leaves, the first wound is not on the outside. It's inside your mind. It's the constant replay of moments, the what-ifs, the blame. This mental loop is what destroys people more than the loss itself. The Stoics understood this deeply. Epictetus reminded us, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. You're not just hurt by what happened, you're hurt by what you keep telling yourself about it. So the first step, stop feeding the wound. You cannot heal if you keep tearing it open with the same questions over and over. Instead, sit with the pain. Let it exist without judgment. Don't rush to numb it. Don't rush to fix it. Because when you allow yourself to face the raw truth, you strip it of its power to control you. Remember, acceptance is not approval. You're not saying it's okay they left. You're saying, it happened. I will not let it define the rest of my life. And once you make that decision, the rebuilding begins. When they leave, they take things with them. Sometimes it's shared memories. Sometimes it's trust. Sometimes it's the version of yourself you used to be when they were around. But here's what they can't take: your ability to decide what comes next. That's where the Stoic path begins to shine. Seneca wrote, "A man is not hurt by what happens to him, but by his opinion about what happens." Right now you have two choices. You can define yourself as the one who was left, or you can define yourself as the one who rebuilt. Rebuilding is not just about replacing what you lost. It's about creating something so strong that next time, no departure, no betrayal, no loss will shake you to your core. Start small. Wake up at the same time every day, even if you don't feel like it. Train your body, even when your mind says there's no point. Read something that challenges your thinking, instead of scrolling through endless distractions. Every small act of discipline is a brick in the foundation of the new you. And with each brick, the person they left behind becomes someone they would no longer recognize, someone stronger. Pain has two paths. One destroys you slowly, hollowing out your days until all that's left is resentment. The other forges you, shaping your mind into something unbreakable. The Stoics chose the second path, not because it's easier, but because it's the only one that leads anywhere worth going. Marcus Aurelius ruled during plagues, wars, and personal tragedy. He lost children, friends, allies, and yet he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He didn't avoid pain, he used it. You can do the same. Take the energy you've been using to replay the past and put it into building the future. Channel the ache in your chest into a physical workout. Turn your need for answers into a hunger for knowledge. Replace the question, "Why did they leave?" with, "How can I grow from this?" The moment you start doing this, you stop being the victim of your story and start being the author. And when you become the author, every page you write is proof. They didn't end you. They introduced you to yourself. The strongest changes are the ones no one sees happening. You don't need to announce your comeback. You don't need to prove to them you're doing better. In fact, one of the most stoic moves you can make is to let your growth speak for itself. No dramatic posts, no cryptic messages, just silent, steady progress until one day you've rebuilt a life so solid that their absence feels like a distant echo. Discipline is your silent ally. It's the morning you get up early to train, even when your bed feels like the only place you belong. It's the evening you spend reading or learning instead of numbing yourself with endless scrolling. It's the choice to respond with calm when others expect you to break. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." So define it. Decide exactly who this new you is going to be. And then, day after day, action after action, become that person. And remember, you're not doing this to impress the people who left. You're doing it because you refuse to leave yourself. One day, you'll wake up and realize something powerful. You're no longer waiting for them to return. You're not carrying the weight of their choices anymore. You're living, moving forward, and the person you've become could only have been forged in the fire they left you in. The Stoics remind us, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. The best revenge is not success for the sake of showing them. It's peace, strength, and freedom that need no audience. This journey is not about replacing what you lost. It's about becoming someone so grounded that no departure, no betrayal, no storm can shake you. That's the true Stoic way. If you've made it this far, it's because something inside you knows you can do this. So don't stop now. Watch the next video. It will give you the next step to strengthen your mind and protect your peace. Your comeback story is still being written, and the next chapter starts there.